That's not a political story. That's a money in, money out story, and it's the officials who screwed up. It would not be the first time that sort of thing has happened. How many times have you heard Social Security recipients, Medicare recipients, Medicaid recipients say, do not call these entitlements. I paid into them. I expect something out of them. It is what it is, though. A lot of them are in serious arrears, and the growth for those entitlements is exploding fast, and something's got to be done because politicians on both sides have failed to do it. Former CBO Director Doug Holtz-Eakin now on whether losing Paul Ryan complicates things. So say what you will, Doug, right? He was involved in that fight to just contain entitlements growth.
He had a deep interest in entitlement reform that went past the budget, actually. I think one of the important things was he recognized that you could reform them to get more efficient delivery of health care, better work effort and anti-poverty efforts. And so he was a voice for identifying the problem, a voice for reform, and he will be missed from that perspective. There's no question.
Is there the appetite to addressing this? I wonder, obviously, certainly not before the midterms, and I'm wondering even after, regardless of what party stays or moves or goes, it always is the third rail, isn't it?
I think there's no substitute for White House leadership on this. If you just
roll
the clock back to 2000,
the president doesn't want it.
Think about 2017. The House of Representatives passed the American Health Care Act. It was the major reform of two entitlements, Medicaid, the Affordable Care Act, and a $1 trillion tax cut. By normal standards, an enormous victory for Republicans. The president called it mean, and it fell apart in the Senate. You need a different dynamic. You need a president saying, this is important to the American people. We need to fix these programs, not just because of the red ink, and there's a lot of that, but Social Security is going in 13 years going to run out of money. That's not acceptable. We need to fix it. So until you get that kind of leadership, I'm not optimistic, regardless of who's in the Congress.
You know what I noticed, too, Doug? Every party plays its own games. For example, a fixation of late has been on these deficits that are quickly approaching, and Republicans are awful for the debt they're building up. This coming from Democrats who built up a lot of debt under their watch, or blaming it, in this case, on,
right.
on tax cuts that were actually a small part of the overall budget package for the next 10 years. But no one cites all the spending. They cite the tax cuts. I know that game is played, but it reminds me how difficult it is in this environment for either party to make inroads on addressing these serious issues. I think they should both hold hands and jump off the cliff together, but they won't. They can't.
I think you've described it exactly right. I think the most likely scenario, if something is going to happen, would be for Congress to say, okay, we're going to create a commission, go think about Social Security, go think about Medicare. When you come up with a proposal, send it back, and we promised, honest, to have an up or down vote in the House and the Senate on that proposal. That doesn't mean they'll actually pass the proposal, but it will at least put in play some chance of addressing the shortfalls that are really not that far out in the future.
Yeah, no, you're right about all of the above. Douglas Holtz-Eakin, thank you very, very much, my friend.